people here today. And we do have several people who have signed up to tell a story. And the order we're going to go in is first Janice Carenza, who's waiting in the wings, and then we'll go to Tad Pfeffer, and then I'm blanking on our third one. Bill, just kidding. And then what we'd love to do, those are our only 3 official signups, if you can believe that. So what we want to do then, because we know every single one of you sits in, when you read the weekly, you're like, I could tell that story about the bear, I could tell the story about when the garbage, we left it out, but then you don't get your act together because your cousins came, and all that stuff happens. But then what we want to do is invite you to tell a story if you'd like to today. You're perfectly welcome to do that, and perfectly welcome not to do that. You just come up. We actually did that last year, and when we had like 4 or 5 people just came up and told stories kind of ad hoc. But then, for those of you who have really been thinking, I've got to really get my act together, Alan Houston, can I say that? Next year's your year, because it could possibly be the last one. So I want to thank my husband Andy for recording us. I think all of you know that every single Story Slam is on the Randolph Foundation YouTube channel. Does everybody know how to get there? Been there? Seen it? Yeah, you just Google Randolph Foundation YouTube. Go right in it. 6 years or 5 years of Story Slams, plus an interview with Avi Kennison, a couple interviews with Avi Kennison. And a concert, a fleur-de-lis concert, that's Paul Cormier's band, because the foundation sponsored it. Speaking of the foundation, this is a joint effort between the foundation and the Randolph Church to help record our history and to use this church in a different kind of way. And that, I just love these kinds of gatherings, because not everybody is a Sunday morning worshiper. So we're so glad to have all sorts of people here in the church for this kind of purpose. And one thing that's really important to both the church and the foundation is the support of the local nonprofits in the Gorham and Berlin and even Jefferson area. And you'll see the cards in your pews that list all the nonprofits that the church particularly supports and the foundation. And so while we're enjoying ourselves, listening to one another, we also want to think about people who are struggling. And so we do invite you to provide a voluntary contribution to the Randolph Church Benevolences Fund. There's a little bucket in the back down there. Don't worry if you didn't bring money, it's fine. But if you have some to spare and you'd like to use it in that way, that would be terrific. And Bill, what else should we say? Oh, I know. The grapes that are outside have been in the freezer. Yes, frozen grapes. Now they may be, they may be what? Oh yes. Oh, thank you, Susan. So we have grapes that were frozen. We'll see how they are. Brownies that were frozen, and then all kinds of seltzer that will in fact be cold, so we can have that outside. And then Susan is reminding me of such an important thing. We call this weekend Benevolences Weekend. And the reason is because the Story Slam collects money for the church's benevolence fund, as I mentioned. Tomorrow morning we'll have church here, and we'll collect for the benevolences fund, as we always do, with our preacher Beth Hiltgartner, along with our organist Ernie Drown, and they are terrific. And she is the founder of Cameo Arts. And then later in the afternoon at 4 o'clock, they're going to put on a concert here with Bach and Mendelssohn, and you read it in the weekly today. I tried to include all of the composers to just catch anybody who might be interested. But seriously, that concert should be fantastic, and again, we'll collect for the Benevolences Fund to support our neighbors in need. And that might be it. Bill, is that it?
I think you got it.
Yeah, you think? Yeah, that's good. Okay. All right, so we'll start with Jen.